Hello everyone, it's me, MrSneakyy, and today we're going to go over my new up-to-date Season 1 tier list. All the heroes are out in Season 1, so let's go over my opinions after 3 seasons worth of playing with everyone on the roster. Stay tuned for my entire legendary tier list. Hello, so yes, we're going to go over my Season 1 Hero Legendary tier list. We're going to go into a nice in-depth reasoning as well on each of the picks. So it gives you guys my opinions, obviously, on why I rate everyone where I'm rating them. So we're going to do the list in a nice order. So it's going to be for the free-to-play low spenders at the start. And then at the end, we'll do the little spenders, since the spenders at the straight away before we go into things is obviously limited to Hosk and Liliya. But everyone else you can see on screen is obtainable for either gold keys or the wheels or even the strongest lord events. So you can get any of these commanders, and obviously where I'm going to rank them is basically where I would say you could invest into, but these are probably the strongest heroes in the game. So in no particular order, we're going to work from left to right, and then we'll see where everyone lines up at the end of the video. So if you enjoy my content, guys, before we get into the long nitty gritty, smash a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoy all my Call of Dragons content, you know, I'm going to be giving you it daily now with a big announcement coming to the channel very shortly. So very, very, very exciting news for all those, fans out there that have been honestly waiting for me to announce it. So don't you worry, it's going to be coming very soon. But with all that said, let's get into the video. So straight away we have Bakshi here, and Bakshi is a phenomenal cavalry hero. He does an amazing job in the cavalry area because he does get access to the skill tree, cavalry tree, which is a really nice combination to have on this hero. And the fact that he does a nice big damage nuke and that health bonus makes him a really, really tanky cavalry hero, and honestly becomes one of the better heroes late game. So when we look at Bakshi, I would definitely class him as an A-class hero. The reason why I'm placing him in the A tier is he could creep into the S tier later on when there's more cavalry heroes that might be able to make him more viable at a 5-5, or well, a 5-1-5-5 area, or even just a 5-1-1-1 investment, because at the moment, to get the best out of Bakshi, you do want him expertise. He is a monster when he is expertise, and that does pair with the next hero, which is Emrys. Emrys and Bakshi are almost the bread and butter at the minute of the cavalry units, and they are one of the strongest, if not the strongest, DPS match in the game currently, due to obviously the unyielding rush from the cavalry units getting that big 1000 skill damage rating. But again, we need both of these commanders awakened. So having an awakened Emrys and Bakshi is one of the strongest commanders in the game. But when we look at them at a 5-1-1-1-1 area, they do a really good job. But you'll notice when you do use them at a 5-1-1-1 state, or even just at a 5-5-1-1 area, you'll feel your cavalry die a lot quicker than you're used to. So that's why at the moment we're going to keep him in the A tier for now, and obviously in the future seasons when more heroes come out, hopefully we can maybe push Bakshi or even Emrys into the S tier when it becomes maybe a bit more relevant where their role will lie. So now we have Mr. Garwood, and for me, Garwood is B tier. Garwood is an okay hero. He's the Richard of the game if you've ever played Rise of Kingdoms. The thing with Garwood is he's really good for yourself in, for example, Dragon Trials. He's a really good commander that you're gonna need in Dragon Trials, as well as a really good front line for raids. But that's where it generally lies in Garwood. He's only used for very specific things. He's not a commander that you should be maxing out as fast as possible. He's not, a really top priority in that regards. But having just even a 5-1-1 Garwood is enough for a lot of scenarios, right? So we can keep him in the B tier for now. He's okay at the game. He's just obviously not really tailored for anything else apart from Dragon Trials as well as raids at the moment, because obviously being the main tank, he does heal a lot and obviously reduce a lot of damage that is taken from Behemoth, which is really good. But when it comes to open field, again, Garwood isn't really used. If you do use Garwood, it's just a supplement at the moment for a future commander that's going to be on the list. But the thing is with Garwood in the open field, to remember, guys, every time you get that big 1200 healing off and you're dying really quick, I'm just telling you, you're giving your enemies more and more merits, and it's not good to feed them those extra kills. So that's again another reason why he's in the B tier. Obviously he has his uses out of the combat and stuff, which we've talked about in the guide. So if you ever want to check out obviously any of these heroes, I do have a guide for them on the channel. But that is Garwood for me. He's going to be a nice solid B tier at the moment. There's no one really that's, you know, absolutely, you know, bad, let's just say that. So we're going to go to Indis, and Indis is actually in the same boat, but we're going to put Indis actually higher than Garwood, sadly. The thing with Indis is, and a lot of people will be sleeping on this at the moment, because she is a gathering hero, which everyone knows, similar to how you would unlock Aethelflaed in Rise of Kingdoms through the Dragon Trials. The thing with your Indis is Indis has an amazing buff on her skill 1. So the fact that she does heal that frontline units, or 2 units, by 350, and she does apply a 20% damage taken from all sources onto the other enemy units, is a very game-changing debuff that might get used later and later in the game, because again, something like Aethelflaed is very reminiscent, so we could see her slowly going up in the ranks. But the moment she's a B tier, the reason why, again, she's a gathering commander, but you will use her if you get her at a 5-1-1-1-1 state. You can actually pair the Garwood as a primary with the Indis behind, and by doing that, you've got a super healing tank for your Dragon Trials when it comes to Season 2. So there's a really good tip for you there in a little video for the reasoning why she's in the B tier. To be honest, some people might class her C, but for me, I know from a lot of players that I've played in, even Super Server 1 will agree, she does have that healing factor that does help you a lot when it comes into Dragon Trials, and it pushes you through, and maybe there's future potential for her to creep up maybe into the A tier, you know, to see these guys when maybe there's more supportive styled heroes and artifacts that could maybe support that game style in the game. So now we're coming up to Kanara, and Kanara is the latest addition in the game of archers, and do you know what? Without hesitation, she is a S+ hero, without a doubt. She is very strong in the game. She can be a 5-1-1-1-1 hero, and for just a 5-1-1-1-1 hero, you're gonna get so much bang for your buck for this hero, even at a low spender. All of her skills are tailored for PvP, and she does absolutely shreds those mages that are trying to fight you due to her ability to increase her physical counter attack damage and that physical attack buff, which is really good. So she is an exceptional hero, and the thing is that she gets even better when you expertise her. The fact that when you expertise her, she gets that debuff that when she launches a normal attack, she has, I believe, an 80% chance to defense break you, which is absolutely insanity when you think about what she can do. So it is really close, like why you would not maybe put her in S, but really anyone who thinks she's an S tier hero, I don't think has played the game long enough, in my opinion. She is a definite S+ hero. If you're looking for an archer hero to invest into, she is definitely one in the game to go for. So now we are at Madeline, and Madeline for me currently sits in the S tier hero. The reason why, she is the best tank in the entire game. She's the best infantry hero in the game, and she is also the best garrison primary in the game. So this is a reason why even the big spenders now, the big whales, will put more heads into her, because they need the ability to, you know, defend those passes and defend the areas by garrisoning with their Madeline. So this is a really important thing for the whales, but even as a low spender, when you have a 5-1-1-1 Madeline, you will realize how much of the content in the Dragon Trials you'll be able to push out, because how tanky she is with those stats. And like I said, she has 4 skills here, and the beautiful thing with her is you can have her at 5-5-1-1, you can have her at 5-5-5-1. You know, it's that she's so versatile. And honestly, the thing is with Madeline, there might be a little bit of secret behind her as well, what might creep her eventually in the S+, that we're gonna hopefully explore in a later video. So I'm going to keep that as a little teaser for within this video for you guys to look out for the future on a Madeline. But she is definitely one of the best heroes of the game. She does give herself that, again, 1200 damage shield factor, and increases her 20% physical attack. She also does the capacity and the physical attack damage, and she also does the AoE, guys. Remember the AoE 200-300 damage nuke? You'll be surprised how often that goes off, and the fact that you keep popping the shield off because of the rage generation. She's a really, really good tank. So she is, again, S. She also, just to finish it off, is the pairing for the main raid tank. So if you're looking for the main raid pairing, it is a Madeline Garwood. And that is the why, again, she is S. She fulfills so many roles in the game, and that's why, in my opinion, she's an S-class hero in the game. So now we come to Neeko. And Neeko is definitely an S-tier hero as well. This absolute menace to society of a ginger afro, a halfling himself, is absolutely a destroyer when it comes to PvP combat as well as into raids. He does so much work in the game for the fact that he does the 1400 damage factor as well as the 20% physical damage shred. He also increases himself with physical attack, and what's even more scary is the 20% normal attack damage bonus and the 20% counter attack damage bonus he has on his march. This makes him absolutely terrifying to target if you're a mage player, because again, you got to remember the unit advantage system in the game is there for a reason, and mages lose to archers because of the archer unit advantage. So this is another really good reason why, honestly, he's an S tier hero. Again, if you're a whale and you do start spending, this guy is going to become one of your most top tier matches in the game. He's one of the top 3 DPSs in the game, if not the best March in the game when it comes to a Kanara Neeko double awakened pairing. The reason is this combo synergizes too beautifully the fact that when you have an awakened Neeko, if the target's already defense break, you're going to fire a skill damage shot. And obviously with your Kanara being a primary commander and having access to 3 of the best skill trees in the game, you're going to have her as well in the primary slot, allowing her normal attacks to trigger, obviously her awakened state quicker, so then your Neeko can trigger his. So this is a match made in heaven, and that is a Neeko, for me, an S tier hero, definitely in the game. One you can definitely invest into. You can get him really easily through the gold key system, so don't you worry, guys. And if obviously you're a low spender, you can get the daily chest as well. It's up to you, obviously, how you play the game. But this is, again, just a reminder, guys, my opinion on where these guys lie. This is how strong they are in the game currently, and basically how strong they are at a 5-1-1-1 state, as well as a 5-5-1-1 state, and then later on as an awakened state. So obviously it's how good they are at the early, mid, and late game of the game of Call of Dragons. So we're coming to the last 3 heroes now, and we're at Nika. And Nika is going to be a weird one, because I don't know if I should play her in B tier or A tier. And the reason is, I might place her in the A tier. And the reason is, she's the only hero, and this is the scary thing, Nika and Madeline is the best garrison in the game, guys. Again, with the Madeline primary, with the awakened Nika behind it, she is absolutely devastating. It is absolutely destructive when you go against it. If your rally goes below 50%, you will feel this Nika absolutely starting to shred that rally down and kill it, while the Madeline stands there taking all the damage, which is why this is one of the best, if not the best, garrison combo in the entire game right now. But when you take that out of the equation, she is an okay hero. She's really good early game if you do have her for, again, peacekeeping. She can help you level up your heroes, which is really good. Again, if you maybe have a Garwood and Nika combo in Season 1 only, you could use this as a, you know, tank lineup against the Behemoth, and the reason why is, again, Garwood's going to heal a ton just before she gets to fire off her skill damage for as much as possible, and that little bit of extra damage with the Garwood Nika in a raid will allow you to maintain that aggro in the game. This one is going to be up for the debate. I would like to hear your thoughts on Nika, where you think she is in the game. I don't know if I should place her in the B or the A tier, but she is a very versatile hero. And again, I think maybe when Season 2 comes and we get to those Season 2 heroes, this is going to change vastly different, right? So we're going to get access to more in the game. So now we come to Fear. And Fear is honestly a menace to society. She is, in my eyes, an S tier hero. The reason why she's an S tier hero is because at the moment the Fear plus Atheist combo with Celestials is absolutely devastating in PvP combat. You get flying units that can maneuver across the battlefield without no implications. So you're able to get over rivers, get over any sort of mountains really easily. And because you've got that super far range, you're going to be able to deal monstrous damage because, again, this Fear will empower that Atheist to single target nuke like an absolute truck. And this is one of these new up and coming matches that you might not see yet, but it is becoming more and more a menace to society. There's more and more posts on Reddit, Facebook, you name it, where you can have a Fear and Atheist combo. But as well, on top of that, you can also do a Fear and Craig combo if you're the Wilderberg for the exact same reasoning. You can run the very fast AoE Archer nuke and just run in and out zipping with flying units, which is really nice to see. And another reason why Fear is an S tier hero is because when you do even have her at a 5-1-1-1 state or even a 5-5-1-1-1 state, she is so versatile as a hero. You're going to be able to pair her up with any general hero that cares about skill damage and wants to be a bit tankier, because you can pair her up, for example, with a Nika for a nice peacekeeping match. You could pair up with a Bakshi or Emrys to make that cavalry match a little bit tankier but punch even harder if you really wanted to. You can even do certain things if you get her awakened, because when you awaken her, she shields herself plus one other unit. Just a reminder, if you've ever looked at her awakened state, it's a missed typo for you guys that are looking at it. It does only shield her and one other ally altogether, so that's the two targets that it shields. But with those two targets shielded with an awakened, again, Fear, if you're running a frontline march, this becomes a really very good option to run if you're a whale, because if you're a whale, you can run an awakened Fear with someone like Madeline to double up on the shield and then pass a shield to the Garwood and Nika combo or Garwood and Indis combo. And you can use this for, again, majorities of different ways. I'm just giving you guys a little bit off the top of my head where you could use her for infantry, you know, but you can pair her honestly with a very vastly amount of heroes. But again, for PvP, she is absolutely becoming stronger and stronger, and she's getting seen more and more on the open field because of the Celestials and the Wilderbergs, Wyvern Riders. So that's why she's an S tier hero. The versatility of this hero, as well as how strong she is, as well as, I'm not going to lie guys, the future seasons to come, she is going to be, again, being able to slap with so many future commanders. She's going to be an amazing commander in the future. And now we come to the final ever commander that came with Kanara. So if you've enjoyed the video so far, guys, smash a like, comment, and subscribe. But it is the boy wonder Valen. And Valen, in my eyes, honestly, is an S tier hero with S plus, should I say, without any considerations at all. The reason why he's an S plus hero, and even possibly the best hero in the game in my eyes, is because of the versatility and the flexibility he will have in the game with every single magic commander in the future. You've got to remember, guys, everyone loved YSG. The reason why they loved YSG, again, that AoE circular skill damage was nice, but again, you had that rage factor with all the other archers later on, but when you paired them up with other archers, you got the skill damage bonus. Now imagine this for all the mages in the game. You already, if you exclude your first skill with Valen, you're going to give yourself a 15% hero skill damage buff as well as some march speed. You're also getting yourself that 10% skill crit damage, or we could call it script now if you guys want to call it that. But you also reduce the target magic defense as well by 20 or 30% off the top of my head. So that is 3 skills no matter what march you use. If this is going to be Liliya, if this is going to be any future magic commander in PvP that you honestly need. And the thing is, to top it all off, when you do have his skill ward, he does a beautiful AoE nuke and slow freeze, which is a physical attack reduction and movement speed reduction on that target. So again, the versatility for Valen in the future is going to be one of the best heroes in the game. This is why, again, I would advise if you're going to invest in any heroes, you should be investing in one of these 2 top heroes first and then move down the order, right? So that is, in my eyes, the best heroes in the game for the low spenders and the free-to-play players, basically, that are in the game, but are looking at what options they have. But now, if you are a spender, we do have the option for 2 more heroes. So you get Liliya and Hosk. Hosk is definitely a A-class hero, possibly the best A-class hero in the game. He almost is as good, if not, maybe actually, the more I think about it, he's definitely S tier. He's better than Fear in my eyes. The reason why, he is the best stat stick in the entire game. If you're looking for any march on this screen and you just want to give them the most stats to make them PvP as heavy as possible, Hosk does that. Even at a 5-1-1-1 state, he does that very well with a Nico or a Kanara, even a Valen, or even when we talk about a Liliya. It's a very scary combo to run. If you're a whale and you have a maxed out Hosk, that's even more terrifying because you do open up so many windows of opportunities for yourself to run even stuff like a Nika and a Hosk rally, which will absolutely obliterate some passes if they are not prepared for it. You can even run stuff like a backsheet Hosk, Kanara Hosk, Nico Hosk, Madeline Hosk. You know, all these heroes when they awaken as a whale is up to you. But Hosk is honestly a really very good hero, even at a 5-1 state. But obviously as a whale, if you max him out, he's definitely in the S rating for me. Obviously this is my opinion on it. But when we come to full spenders only, we will get to Liliya, and Liliya will join, but at the very bottom, she probably in my eyes is the 3rd best hero in the entire game. The reason why, she is locked behind the paywall, guys. If she was available in the gold keys, she would obviously be up higher in my opinion. The reason why, she does the most single target, she does the most AoE damage in the entire game so far. When you put a 5-1-1-1 battlefield ready Liliya with that skill tree on the field, I'm telling you guys, the amount of scorch triggers that are hitting all the enemies nearby passively is absolutely terrifying to see, and it adds up all the extra free merits on your march. And when you do expertise her, she's even more terrifying. The fact that she gets more damage and probability chances on her scorch triggers, which is a fantastic addition. And obviously when you do get in a state where you can pair an awakened Liliya, a Liliya and Valen march is honestly the best combo in the game for mages. I would also put a Liliya in the front of that march, and the only reason is she gets access to the skill tree, and because she gets access to the skill tree, it is an absolute monstrous tree. But if you do fancy something else, obviously Valen does offer you different choices when it comes to magic reduction damage, as well as that soul siphoning ability, which is absolutely monstrous when it comes to PvP combat. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. That is my tier list for all of the legendary heroes in Call of Dragons. It is a nice tier list so far with all the heroes in the game for Season 1. But obviously Season 2 is going to come soon. So hopefully when it comes in the next couple of months, we will get a new roster of heroes that we can add to this list. Obviously move this list up and down from this last video. So it'll be a nice little, obviously, rendition and upgrade throughout time of the tier list, right? So that is my overall opinion on the guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Smash a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. If you hit the notification bell, guys, honestly, when I do live stream soon, you will get all of those prompts, so you can come and join in all the fun and action for Season 1 on my Road to Glory series, as well as my main account, that should be hopefully going into Season 2 soon enough on the beta. So if you've enjoyed it, again, smash a like, comment, and subscribe. But until next time, stay safe, stay sneaky, peace out. And the teaser is at the end of the legendary one. Don't you worry, guys, we are going over the epics in the next video, so stay tuned for the next one.